Some of President Donald Trump's biggest supporters are mad at him. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Friday, November 14th, and today is our 3rd birthday. Let's celebrate by getting you caught up with today's 7 stories. President Trump is facing heat from his MAGA base. He is battling on multiple fronts with the conservative movement that launched him to power. This week, MAGA leaders erupted after Trump said this, speaking to Laura Ingraham on Fox News.
If you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent.
We have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn.
That exchange caused some in MAGA land to question Trump's commitment to America First policies. And on another front, a congressional push to release the government's files on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein moved forward against the wishes of the White House this week. That issue has persistently split Trump from his base, though Republicans have mostly dismissed newly released emails written by Epstein, including some about Trump. And Trump is in a war of words with Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, his longtime ally. She's mad because she thinks the administration is focusing too much on foreign affairs. Taken together, this criticism from Trump's base shows the limits of his authority over some of the causes that are dearest to MAGA hearts. The Justice Department sued to block California's new congressional map. That's our second story. Last week, nearly 65% of California voters approved a new congressional map. It was seen as a counterpunch to Trump-backed redistricting efforts in Texas, Missouri, and other red states. But yesterday, the Justice Department intervened. It joined a lawsuit alleging that the new map, which adds 5 more Democratic-leaning districts, would violate the 14th and 15th Amendments' protections against racial gerrymandering. The Justice Department, though, has not gone after new maps drawn elsewhere to favor Republicans. Democrats have also kicked off a process to draw a new congressional map in Virginia, and they are trying to block the Missouri map from taking effect. Number 3. An American World War II cemetery in the Netherlands removed displays about Black troops. More than 8,000 U.S. troops who fought in World War II are buried at the Netherlands American Cemetery. 172 of them are Black Americans. A visitor center at the cemetery used to have 2 plaques honoring the experiences of Black soldiers in the war. But the displays have been removed, sparking criticism from the Dutch and the families of those buried at the cemetery. It's not clear exactly why or when they were taken down, but it follows similar moves in the U.S. to remove information about slavery and the contributions of women and minorities from federally run sites. On his first day back in office, Trump signed executive orders banning government efforts to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. Number 4. Most Americans say they are limiting how many kids they have because of high costs. The American Family Survey tracks public opinion about family life in the U.S. annually. This year was the first time in the survey's 11-year run that Americans said finances were the top reason they limited or planned to limit the size of their family. 7 in 10 respondents said they believe raising children is too expensive. That's a 13 percentage point jump from last year. It comes as the costs of everyday needs for children and families, like groceries, housing, and childcare, are rising. Number 5. A frog apocalypse led to a rise of malaria cases in humans. In biblical times, frogs were seen as a plague, but it turns out they are actually a helpful safeguard against disease. Scientists who are trying to protect declining frog populations in Central America have witnessed something remarkable. With fewer frog tadpoles around to eat mosquito larvae, more people are getting sick. Rates of mosquito-borne malaria in the region have risen 5-fold. Now, with this knowledge, ecologists and also economists are trying to work together to calculate the costs of species decline and show how thriving animal populations are also critical to human health. Listening to music could guard against dementia. That is number 6. A new study suggests that regularly listening to or playing music may help older adults protect themselves against cognitive decline. Researchers looked at data from more than 10,000 relatively healthy people aged 70 and over. They found that people who listened to music most days slashed their risk of developing dementia by 39%, compared with those who did not. Other studies have shown how various parts of the brain are activated while listening to music. So put on your favorite track today. Give yourself a little brain workout. Number 7 absolutely requires you to visit our newsletter today. Here's why. A much-hyped humanoid robot face-planted on stage during its debut. Idol is an AI-powered Russian robot. Its developers say it can convey more than 12 basic emotions, carry up to 22 pounds, and move at speeds of up to 3.7 miles per hour, which is more than I can say of some of my exes. Anyway, Idol's debut at a Moscow tech show this week was highly anticipated. But all that hype came tumbling down when the robot walked onto stage to the sound of the Rocky theme song, tried to wave its right hand, toppled over, and writhed on the floor. Its human handlers then scrambled to drag the 209-pound robot off the stage and conceal it behind a curtain. The bot's developer said the fall was probably the result of a voltage fluctuation and other environmental factors like the lighting. We've all been there. Again, this story is nothing without its accompanying video, so go find the link to see it in our show notes. Better luck next time, Idol. That's the show for this week, and happy birthday once again to us. By my math, we have brought over 5,000 stories to you over the past 3 years. Thanks again to all who sent in voice notes to help us celebrate. We're sorry we didn't have time to play them all, but we couldn't resist this one last message from Katie and her middle schooler, Marlon.
This is Katie.
And this is Marlon.
And we're calling to say happy birthday to the 7 podcast. Hey, what if they called it the 6-7?
Oh my God, why?
The associate producer of The 7 is Taylor White. The staff writers are Jamie Ross, Izan Akabau, and me. Special thanks to Rennie Svirnovsky. John Taylor is our editor. Additional editing by Christina Quinn. Copy editing by Melissa No and Thomas Haliba. Mixing and sound design is by Jim Briggs and Justin Garish. Our theme music is by Edith Mudge. And for the last time, Renita Jablonski is our director of audio. She is sadly leaving the post. Thank you, Renita, for helping launch the 7 podcast and for teaching me all the secrets of audio. I'm Hannah Jewell. Thanks for listening and have a great weekend. I'll meet you back here on Monday.